It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Really dark morning this morning on the channel. It's currently 8:20 a.m. and it's still not light. We're in that kind of winter solstice where it's like December the 23rd and it didn't get light until about 8:30 in the morning these days. But we got a beer from Bini Brew Co. It's the Rapid Beer Movement Light Pale Ale, 3.8% ABV, brewed in Ilkley in Yorkshire, and part of the wonderful Bingley Brew Club. Now, I've really enjoyed some of the Bini Brew Co beers that I've had recently. It's the first time that I've had them this year. I don't know how old the brewery is, but I've really enjoyed what they've offered so far. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the can opening. Beer in the glass. I've been up since 6:30 this morning. The wife works in a local pharmacy, and with it being 2 days before Christmas, everybody's kind of making sure they get their medication for the Christmas period. So my wife is manically busy. So alarm went off 6:30 this morning. I've got up, I've had some crumpets, have some coffee, I've seen her off to work, and now I'm putting a few beer reviews together for my little Christmas break. So what happens is over Christmas is that I'll do a few batches of beer reviews. I can then have a few days off the reviewing, but it means sometimes that I'm drinking beer at 25 minutes past 8 in the morning. But hey ho, that's how life is, isn't it? That's how life is. It's not the worst job in the world, is it, eh? We got a 2-finger white head, good levels of carbonation here in the glass. It's hazy looking beer. Straw coloured though, looks very nice. Could just do with it getting light, you know. It's still pitch black. Still, well, not pitch black, but it's still not very nice out there. Wow, the aroma on this beer, that'll wake me up. Blooming heck, wow. It's really tropical. Really tropical. Passion fruit, mango, grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange. It smells so juicy. Now, I look at these beers at 3.8% ABV. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I have a mental barrier with them. I have a mental barrier because I like to drink beer over about 4.5% ABV and above. But when I do eventually get round to drinking something at 3.8% ABV, because I always push it back, I'll always pick something up off the shelf that's slightly stronger. When I do eventually get to it, it always pleasantly surprises me. That is action-packed. That is full of hop aroma. Tropical, fantastic. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. That is the perfect morning beer. That is the perfect morning beer. Whenever you stay in a hotel, whenever I stay in a hotel, I never do it at home. If there's orange juice on offer or grapefruit juice, I'll always go for it. I'll always have a cooked breakfast, bowl of cereal, and then I'll start on the orange juices and the grapefruit juices. This is like your morning orange or grapefruit or mixed tropical juice drink first thing in the morning in the hotel canteen, hotel restaurant. Fabulous. And of course, it's all hops. Nothing to do with fresh pineapple juice or fresh grapefruit juice. This is it's just hops producing this wonderful flavour. So very tropical, so very lovely. So refreshing and so drinkable. And that's where that 3.8% ABV comes in. Because the brewer doesn't have to use as much malt, because when you use malt, the more malt you use, the more sugar you're kind of extracting from the malt, and then the sugar gets turned into alcohol. So if you use more malt, you generally get more alcohol in your beer. So if you use a lot less malt, you get like a 3.8% ABV beer. But using a lot less malt gives a lot less mouthfeel, and that can benefit the beer massively. It makes it so drinkable, and with that fantastic Yorkshire water as well. It's made for a truly fantastic beer. It really has. I think this is my favourite so far from Bini Brew Co. This is my favourite so far. It's very rare that I will thoroughly enjoy a beer less than 4% ABV, unless it's a sour or a sour. It's tremendous beer. And I tell you where that comes from. I tell you where I get my mental block, my mental sub 4%, under 4% ABV beer problem from. And that is, I've grown up in a docks town with lots of working men's clubs, and my parents would, my both grandfathers were members of working men's clubs. So that means my dad used to go to them a lot. We'd have a lot of parties in working men's clubs. And it meant, for whatever reason in South Wales, beer generally was about 3.6% ABV for years and years and years. And I never got on board with it. I never really liked it. It was too wishy-washy. It just wasn't strong enough. It just wasn't nice enough. And it was kind of like back then in the 90s, it was pared back to like an absolute nothingness. So my mental block with under 4% ABV beers comes from the fact that I live in a docks town, and dock workers were drinking this 3.6% ABV dishwater for many years, and it was all that was on offer. Part of the reason why I started drinking craft beer in the first place is because I didn't want to drink mass-produced lager, and I didn't want to drink the 3.6% ABV dishwater bitters that were back in the day. I tell you, this is a fantastic... Can you hear him? He's doing his morning song for me while I do my morning beer review. Oh, lovely sound from that bird. Maybe he wants some. Maybe he's giving me a round of applause for doing a beer review at 8:30 in the morning. Right, I'm ready to rate this. It says, want to still live life on the edge but don't want to lose your religion? Worry no more. With our little monster of a beer, you get all the flavour but under 4% ABV. Azaka and Equinox hops lay spicy notes over a tropical fruit rhythm, with a murmur of pineapple revealing an ever-present dry beet and juicy green riff. Very good. It's very good. You've got some barley, wheat and oats in here. Citra, Azaka and Equinox. Available from Bini Brew Club. Fantastic company. Check them out. Beer subscription service. So yeah, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of bitterness over there. Lovely tropical flavours, fantastic drinkability. It's really surprised me, this one. It's really surprised me. It's a Stone the Crows 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.